Hey, how you doing? What is it? I got 21 minutes to record. So, I'm having an interesting time with this whole YouTube thing. What I mean by interesting is just, so for earlier, I recorded this meditation while I was experiencing something, and part of me wants to release it, part of me doesn't want to release it now, and I find myself caught up in this insecurity of, well, will the healing actually do anything for anybody? Because shortly after, and I know it's just me tripping out, like it's so wild. See, because I was creating the perception of my reality that because I wasn't 100% better instantly, that the healing wouldn't work for other people. But as soon as I started to say that, it popped into my head that what has been triggering me so much and bringing up all of this anger in the past couple of days of my human experience, the person that's been showing me that I have this within me came and spoke with me about some stuff that had been really bothering me, and I didn't react at all. So literally as I'm tripping myself out about feeling insecure about releasing the healing, I'm realizing that it worked so damn well. But I guess there's part of me that's like, man, I'm being so vulnerable when I do stuff like that. Like, I'm showing you that I'm not the perfect guru, that I'm not the perfect spiritual master that can guide you so effortlessly to the realizations of who you are. But at the same time, I can do that regardless of if I'm feeling tormented inside myself. But I guess I'm noticing that I get caught between two worlds, it seems like. And if you're watching this, you're probably experiencing something very similar, where you know that you have this ability to just pierce through the veil of falseness that people wear over themselves, and you can see the belief system that lingers, creating the habits that are destroying themselves, that's destroying their trajectory towards their destiny. And like, part of what I want to do in this life, and part of what I do is I do one-on-one theta healing sessions, and I do coaching, and I do group meditations. I actually host a meditation group where I'm also extremely vulnerable in everything that I share there. And it's so weird to look at that and see it as something less than authentic, I guess. Like, I see myself as, when I'm doing that, like, I'm truly always trying to share the most of myself that I possibly can, whether I feel uncomfortable or not. And it's just so crazy to go back and look at yourself, and then these judgments come up. Like, I was watching, and I realized that I'm kind of all over the place. This is just how my brain works. It's like, there's a mass, like, surge of connectivity, if that makes sense, where I mention one thing and then it's like, pew, a couple different slingshots or a couple different spider webs get flung out to different things to pull different references in. So I was watching a video of myself earlier, not even really on purpose, it just kind of happened that it was on as I was driving on my way to a chiropractor appointment. And so it was the false sacrifice episode, I believe that's experience 4. And I'm listening to it, and I was just hating my own energy, feeling really disappointed in the way that I conveyed that message. Even though there were some gems dropped in it, I saw aspects of myself that I didn't like. And now what is that? Is it that I was actually behaving in a way that is misrepresentative of who I am? Was I being false? Well, I know that in that moment that I recorded the video that I was being the most genuine I possibly could be, because for the first 15 minutes or so, I didn't even think that I was going to post it on the internet. And so, I'm watching this and I'm judging myself, and I'm not giving myself that love because now I'm all insecure about doing the healing video and all this, and I realized I just came in here the wrong way. And it's just freaking wild, to look at yourself and realize that you're judging yourself, and to realize that for some reason I have began again to create this false perception of who I am. Because why am I not loving myself regardless of where I am on my journey? That's one of the most important things that we need to do as the people who are paving the way for others to, more rapidly advance in their spiritual healing and such, is accept ourselves where we are, that we are not perfect all the time, and that's okay. But for some reason I wasn't doing it, and that's a note of exploration for me now. And so, even saying that, I guess I'm just sharing insights into what probably a lot of people don't share about their everyday. But this is stuff that'll pop up for me. Now that I'm mentioning all of this, I'm feeling like, will people actually even watch a video where I'm talking about myself? How could I possibly be providing enough value to other people if I'm talking about myself? Don't they want to hear about the deep spiritual wisdom and the insights that I've gained because of the lessons, and not what I'm going through? This is what my head goes is, am I actually providing people with value if I speak about myself and my life and what I'm up to? And that's just not cool to do to yourself, Because, maybe this isn't the type of content that people will like. Maybe this video gets no views. But even so, why am I doing that to myself? Why am I looking at myself like what I have to say isn't valuable, regardless of what it is, regardless of if it's the deepest wisdom that I could possibly offer somebody in the moment of right now? Why does it have to be that? Why can't I just be? So I've got some points of exploration, and today was one of those days for me where I ignored the calling of my spirit. I was on my phone way more than I needed to be. I probably wasted wasted an hour and a half on my phone just scrolling through different videos and such, and then I was trying to speed up my laptop because it's super slow, and I don't have my regular editing station right now because it's down in a different city. So I'm trying to speed up my laptop, and just nothing was working, and so I started to edit videos on my phone, and then I started to do work on the truck, and I was pulling myself in every direction other than where I needed to go, which was in myself, which was in my heart, which was in my mind. And see what is going on inside of you, brother. Jordan, and I know I'm not the only person who does this. But for some reason, the people who, if you're anything like me, where you want to just give, like your heart is just always overflowing with love, and you just want to give all the time, and you want to make that your lifestyle, you want to make that, how you sustain your livelihood. Man, if I could just help people all day, every day, and that was my life, like how I was able to feed my family, that's what I'm aiming for. That is what I truly want, is just to be able to share the message of the wisdom that I've gained, to speak to people about their personal stuff, to jump on lives and do whole calls with one specific person while other people watch and comment and everything, and we can work through, if people are brave enough to do this. If you're somebody who feels that you're brave enough to jump on a live and have your belief system exposed for others to see and for others to learn from and to get free healing on a live, well, hey, comment below and let's set that up, because this is stuff that I want to do. I want to give away those free healings. I want to find the people who want to better themselves. And, then part of me, it's always like, why play small? Why do I continuously have to take myself down a peg? I know what I'm capable of. But for some reason, I continuously deem speaking of myself highly as something that's inappropriate. But is that really the case? If I'm capable of changing someone's life, and this is my talent, this is my gift, well, shouldn't I share my gift? Shouldn't I say, hey, I'm capable of doing this, come over here and receive this gift? Just like any carpenter or any businessman or salesman or whatever would say, hey, this is my business, this is what I do, come in here if you need a couch. It's just such a weird place to be, with constantly pushing. I don't want to say pushing, but it kind of does feel like pushing at times, as if there's a resistance to going forwards, because I'm not going to stop. It's been 10 years that I've been on this journey. 10 years. And am I where I envision myself in the future? No, I'm not. But at the same time, I recognize that I am in the motion of the ocean. I'm on the path to getting there. I see the steps being taken. Like, you should see what I was looking like. My body, I couldn't believe how much fat I had on me. It was honestly insane. You know what, maybe I'll even put a little picture up right over here so you can see the difference between what I used to look like and what I'm looking like now at the time of this video. The greatest possible version of me has the six-pack and has that body and has a different attitude. And in these moments where you do get confused, where you do feel insecure and all this stuff comes up, what I've noticed is that these moments come about because it's time for you to increase your awareness of who you are and who you are not anymore. It's time to let go of this feeling that you have within yourself, and this is how it happens. It's like this constant roller coaster. It's this constant up and down of you, or it seems like an up and down, but really, like, if you're going to say it's an up and down, it's only because it's on an upwards trajectory all the time. But, you could go on. It's like an overall expansiveness, however you want to put it, for the sake of understanding it. But it's like this constant up and down, let's say, where you reach a new level of awareness where now you're standing at a higher point than you once were, and you can look down and you can kind of go like, well, that's pretty cool that I'm no longer down there, because like there's so much more room to breathe up here. There's a lot more cool stuff going on. But then you look up and you're like, oh shit, there's so much further to go. So you're looking down like, great, I made a lot of progress, right? But now you're able to also see more of the playing field. If you get what I mean. You get to see now more of, because you've built yourself into a different version of yourself, a stronger version of yourself that has climbed to a higher point on the mountain. That version of you is now going to face different challenges the further that you climb up. And so when the confusion comes, when the insecurity comes, when these things come, it's time to sit down with yourself and figure out what is going on inside of me. Because it's a new level of healing that you have reached. You have finally been upgraded to the point where you are ready to take on the next level of healing for yourself and set yourself free from the limitations that have been given to you or inculcated into you by society, your family, and such. You know how it is. I know that if you're watching this, you're a fairly advanced individual. But it's just a trip, right? Like, life is just a freaking trip, man. Because here, I've kind of talked about how my brain can spiral at times and gave you a detailed experience of what that's like. And, you know, I guess I'm hoping that I can relate. And because at the same time, I'm not somebody who's ever going to stop. I'm not somebody who is going to, like, if you were to ask me, what is it that I do? Who am I? Am I a coward? Am I not going to release this video right here because I've talked about my insecurities? Am I not going to release the healing that I did? Like, absolutely no. It doesn't matter if I experience the emotion. I know that the emotion is temporary because I possess the tools, the knowledge, the wisdom to overcome the emotion and transmute the emotion into this video, for example, where now I have not only released the insecurity that I was feeling before, but now I've molded it into a beautiful present for somebody else to potentially gain something from. And, you know, like you, do you speak highly of yourself? You know? Because I guarantee that if you're watching this video, you are somebody who has some kind of incredible gift. Maybe you're like me, where you can actually see reality on a different plane of existence all the time. Like, I don't see things as solid things. I see them as moving pieces, like billions and trillions of moving little pieces. It's almost like I can see the cells of reality or something. It's so weird. And when I close my eyes, I can actually see the imagery of the DMT realm. It's just how it's always been for me. I can just see that stuff. And that's one of my that's the clear sense for me that is the most heightened, is that. And that's actually how I perform a lot of my healings. I'm able to tap into a different level of reality and witness things that actually are going on, but that are behind the scenes, so to speak. But maybe you're more clairaudience. Maybe you like smell things, maybe you feel things. I don't know, but I'm sure that you have some sort of gift. Maybe you're just like amazing at translating reality into a drawing. Bye-bye. See you later, mofos. But whatever it is that this gift is that you have, you know, it deserves to be shared. Like, that's why we call it a gift. What is a gift? A gift is something which is to be... Oh. Can you hear that? A gift is to be given, not held. Let me tell you right now how many fell that couldn't hold on to what it means to be a real human being. Oh baby, come and sit down. I'll drop a couple bars on you, make it pop. How about we Oh man, I was about to go in there too. Anyways, we're back now, about to snap the back of a million type of rappers that think that they could rap. No way, I'm bringing the old school ways back to pave a new path. Okay, bob your head to it, baby. Let's get into a mode, into a rhythm. Let's go into a whole nother level. I'ma show that there is nobody on the planet that can touch the way that I freestyle off of my melon. I tell there's so many ways that others did fail. Okay, will I keep that in here? I don't know. So that was a whole bunch of fuckery. Welcome to the party. I don't even remember where it was. Gifts. Yeah, a gift is not something to be held on to. A gift is something to be given, right? To be shared with somebody else. And what you possess inside of you is absolutely a gift. Your ability to share something that is so beautiful that makes others cry, whether it's your words or whether it's a drawing or whether it's a song, or your ability to comfort someone that's going through something difficult, your ability to just be present and actually listen to someone, whatever it is, where you feel like you're at home when you're doing it, you know, that deserves to be shared. And it's one of those things, like the speaking highly of yourself and having a gift to offer the world. Well, if you're not able to speak highly of yourself, What are the chances that you're going to actually share your gift with the world? Do you think highly of your gift if you can't speak highly of it? Of you being the terminal for that type of consciousness to enter reality? Got about 30 seconds left here. Oh man, I'm wondering if I keep that freestyle in. See, now it's back, the whole judgment thing, because I know that wasn't the best freestyle I've ever laid down, because I was a little nervous and everything. Oh, but life is such a trip. Anyways, if you remember about the whole healing thing, if you want to jump on a live and do some free healing and be a leader for others so that they can receive healing too and learn the method and all that, please do. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. I love you. Till next time.